Huge desert ship to speed over sand on wheels. Popular Science Monthly, April 1927. An ocean liner on land is the monster vehicle proposed by a German inventor and pictured in our artist's conception above. J.C. Bischoff of Kiel, the designer, sees desert travelers of the future embarking on a land ship that surrounds its 300-odd passengers with all the luxurious comfort of a modern sea liner. Within its windowed cabins, the traveler would have no fear of hunger, thirst, nor the once-dreaded sandstorm. Gigantic gasoline motors in the hull would turn the 40-foot wheels, which are rimmed with paddle-like blades to gain a firm foothold in the shifting sands. At the front of the 300-foot craft are the pilot house and steering apparatus, and from a nearby bridge the captain issues orders. At night, a powerful searchlight would cast its beam over the sands through which the ship plows at 20 miles an hour in an airline to its destination. Starting on a journey by air in the year 1930. Popular Science Monthly, June 1921. Travelers in the picture above are hurrying, on foot and in railroad trains, toward a terminal the like of which is strange to our eyes, but which may be an accomplished fact in only a few years. A glance at these persons hastening toward the terminal shows them taking the same kind of baggage that present-day travelers carry. And indeed, travelers through the air will probably start with as slight preparation as they now do for a railroad journey, and with far less preparation than for an ocean voyage. In the huge circular station built over a seaport, one airplane is shown about to land, a second is just starting on its flight, and a third is waiting for its new quota of passengers. The airplanes start from and alight upon platforms swinging on a circular railed bed high in the air. The platforms are swung by two rotating arms, inclining a little downward and moving with the wind, so that the machines always descend and ascend facing it, essential in starting and alighting. A monorailway penetrates to the heart of the terminal, and an elevator carries passengers to and from the airplanes. There is also a huge elevator for lowering the airplanes to the ground floor whenever they are in need of repairs. Such repairs are carried on in the interior of the structure, in workshops where scores of skilled mechanics work to make the machines safer for transporting the human freight, employing the most modern labor-saving machinery, working at top speed, so that no unnecessary time may be wasted in an industry where every minute of idleness means financial loss. Luxurious railway coaches may take wing. Popular Science Monthly, November 1923. Is a round-the-world journey, overland by rail and across oceans by plane without changing cars, to be an aeronautical commonplace of tomorrow? Late advices from England indicate that British engineers and inventors are approaching success in just such an adventure into supertransportation. The project contemplates great passenger compartment cars to be transported either on railway trucks or attached to huge airplane wings. Transcontinental trains, arriving at an aerodrome transfer point, would shunt these air and land cars into the wings of a giant airplane. Thus, without waking in their sleeping accommodations, passengers would be racing on rails down the Hudson Valley 1 hour and on wings above the Atlantic the next. No time would be lost in rail and steamer connections, and rail economy would be combined with the tremendous speed of man-made wings. The fascinating possibilities of such a scientific stride incite the imagination. We may foresee luxuriously appointed passenger cars, equipped to furnish entertainment and comfort to passengers. We may imagine ourselves as these passengers, one morning enjoying an Ohio landscape from the car windows, on the evening of the next day looking down upon the conquered Alps. Engineers of the Pullman Company for several years have been studying the possibilities of aerial Pullmans and will be ready to construct them the moment aeronautical advance makes them feasible. A Vision of Rapid Transit 50 Years Hence. Popular Science Monthly, May 1922. The mileage of tracks will be increased in the future, not by the construction of new railroads, but by double tracking the single track roads and by triple or quadruple tracking the present double track lines. Great changes will be made in the hauling of freight. The freight car of the future will be simply a chassis that will carry one or more containers easily detached. These units may be loaded and carried if necessary on auto trucks and transferred quickly and cheaply to the chassis. At the end of the journey, they can be easily removed from the trucks, thus saving an immense amount of handling. The mails, for instance, can be loaded in the containers at the post offices and lifted on the chassis of the cars, saving probably half a dozen transfers in which the bags must be handled one at a time. At present, a container holding 20 tons of mail is often loaded and unloaded 10 times in shipment from one city to another. This is equivalent to handling 200 tons. Locomotives in use 50 years ago appear as midgets beside those of today. The locomotives of the future, designed with streamlined bodies, will attain greater speed than ever before. Running time will also be reduced by improving grades and building cutoffs. Short-haul passenger traffic will be handled by a combination of automobile and railroad car. These rail cars, run by gasoline, will reduce the cost of operation about 50% and will attain a speed of a mile a minute.